Mike Tyson, the former heavyweight champion, has lived a life full of successes, a lot of controversy, and a lot of personal struggles. Talk about his life, how he grew up in poverty, how his dad left him when he was 6, or how he had over 30 arrests by the time that he was 13 years old. We can also talk about how his mom died when he was 16. Or we can talk about how one of his tigers ripped one of his neighbor's arm off, or at least a chunk. He spent 6 years in prison for rape, how he went broke after earning over $300 million in his career, and how he had to file for bankruptcy, owing so much money that he didn't know what to do. He went to live with a prostitute, and he was just surviving over chocolate and Cheetos. Now, truth about Mike Tyson's life is very chaotic. And also there's a rumor about how Mike Tyson impregnated his prison counselor. His life was all about sex, all about drugs, all about prostitutes and STDs. In the early 90s, Mike Tyson was accused for rape, and he ended up going 6 years to prison. He was denied the situation. He said it was consensual, but so he was accused by Desiree Washington that, she said that, oh, he told me to go to his room so we could talk about my business situation, and he ended up coming on to me and just forcing me. So he denies it. He's always denied it. He's a registered sex offender now. Tyson claimed innocence. He always claimed innocence. His sex life never stopped. He had a lot of fans going to visit him and to having those visits, right? And he also was this rumor about how he impregnated his prison counselor too. So he was always busy. He said that he would not go to the gym to do no exercise because he was always tired for all the sex that he was having. So he would just not leave his cell at all. He contracted gonorrhea, and he said, I didn't know if a prostitute is the one that gave it to me or one of those filthy little ladies that I used to have sex with. Ew. Despite his cocaine habit, he went and did an anti-drug campaign, laughing at the irony that in that exact moment that he was filming that campaign, he was sponsoring his friend Oliver and his cocaine enterprise. After he was released from prison, he was met with all these amazing deals. We're talking about over $200 million in deals. So he decided to go and buy 2 tigers, and it was a bad decision because one of his neighbors just went and jumped the fence into the tigers just to pet them, and they ended up ripping her arm off. He decided at the time that, you know what, I don't need to deal with this. These tigers are too much for me. So he decided to leave, just give them away, like put them somewhere else because it was too much for him. He returned to boxing, and he decided to rip this other guy's ear off twice. He bit a chunk of his ear the first time, and then the second time he started doing it again. He was banned for 1 year after that. He was banned from boxing for a year because he just had so much rage and he couldn't control it. He bit the guy's ear off. Whenever he got back to fighting, he was already in a really bad cocaine habit, like doing it every day. And in order for him to trick, the pee exams, he bought this, what is it called, Wheezinator. He said he used his child's pee on the Wheezinator. And if you don't know what a Wheezinator is, it's like an actual pee. With a little bag full of pee, you fill it with pee, and you can just trick the people, right? Until it's like, oh, he's peeing, right? He's actually peeing, but it's not him. It's like you put it in front of your real situation, you put the fake one, and you put fake pee or from someone else's pee, and that's how he used it. He just tricked everybody using fake pee. Mike Tyson, despite winning over $300 million in his career, he filed bankruptcy in 2003. He ended up living with a prostitute, and they were just surviving of cookies and just ramen noodles. He was owing $23 million by that point. After that, he got a part in the movie The Hangover, and he was high the whole time. The whole time he was filming, he was high. He had an escort on set, so in case he wanted to do it between scenes, she was there, prepared. He started talking to a serial killer, and they even got a picture together where they're holding hands, they're shaking hands, and because it was the Phoenix serial killer, and he lied and said, oh, I come from a sports magazine, I want to talk to you. So this guy believed him, and then the cops came, and he was like, oh, you know this guy? I'm like, yeah, I talked to him a few days ago. Well, he's a serial killer. He killed 8 people. He was so shocked, like, from tigers that eat the neighbors to freaking serial killers. This guy is a menace. He's a convicted felon. He's a registered offender. Wow, he's a lot of things, and people are having, with this whole Mike Tyson and this YouTuber fight, everybody was kind of having a little bit of like feeling bad for Mike Tyson. I'm like, don't feel bad. He's a menace. That guy is so strong. That guy, he was meant to lose on that fight. So don't even feel about that. He walked away with $20 million, okay, for his family, for everything. Do not feel bad about him. That was not elder abuse, okay? That fight, I'm sure, was scripted, so don't even feel bad about him. But yeah, like now he's still the world champion, but now he ruined his reputation with this whole fight. And that's his life. That's the life of Mike Tyson, you guys. I'm sure there's a lot of secret things that we do not know about. But tell me what to think about this situation in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.